Hello, everyone. My name is Mirna, and on behalf of the Mindalia TV team, we want to welcome you to Mindalia live streaming, where thousands of people around the world gather to see the lectures and interviews organized by Mindalia TV. Today, with us, we have Elisa Fraile. Elisa is a motivational speaker. 2 years ago, after overcoming her own body images and eating disorder problems, she left her marketing career in London and went back to Spain to heal her own wounds. Now she dedicates 100% of her time to help others heal and realize and overcome eating disorder problems, self esteem, and body image issues. Before starting with Elisa, who is going to be bringing us a beautiful talk today, we want to remind you that if you want to help other people to enjoy or have access to the content we share in Mindalia TV, you can do a couple of things just by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, or leaving us a positive comment down below. You help us reach as much people in the world as possible. Also, while we are live streaming, we have the active chat. That is a great tool for you to be able to interact and enter your questions. Just please remember the format, the word question in caps, the actual question that you want answered, and at the end of her talk, Elisa will be kind and answer the questions for you guys. Without further ado, I'm going to be leaving you now with Elisa. Elisa?
Hi, Mirna. How are you?
Good, thank you. Welcome.
Thank you for having me here.
This is your home.
Okay, so well, as you said before, today I'm gonna talk about body positive. I call it a BOPO movement, body positive, and also I want to talk a little bit about self-esteem. And before I start, I'm gonna talk a little bit about myself, and I'm gonna explain why I'm here talking about this. I'm 31 years old now, and when I was 12, I remember in school all my friends, they were pretty, they were like successful, and I was like the kind of ugly girl. So I don't know how I started believing that in order to be loved, I had to be skinny. And it was then when I started having my first problems and issues with food. I had anorexia and bulimia for over 16 years. And all started because I didn't know how to express my emotions. This is why I always say to people that if you have any kind of problem, please talk to someone about them. Don't keep them inside, because when I had this problem, also my mom, she had a kidney illness. So I didn't have anyone to talk to. I didn't know what to do. And my only obsession was food. I was like, if I'm living in a world where that is falling apart for me, what can I do? The only thing I can control is my food. So I started playing with this kind of games. Later, when I was 16, I was again having the same problems because of my mom. She almost died. She almost passed away. So again, I became obsessed with food. And after that, I went to live to London when I was 23 years old. And there, a couple of months later, my mom, she passed away, and it was exactly the same process. I started becoming obsessed with food. I stopped eating. I had a lot of toxic relationships with my friends, with my ex-boyfriend, and I had my last anorexia and bulimic episode. I lost in 3 weeks 6 kilos. I hated myself so much. I thought that, okay, if when I lose weight, I'm gonna be loved, I'm gonna be happy. It was the opposite. I was so skinny, and I hate myself more and more and more every day. So I don't know how I decided to come back home to Spain almost 3 years ago and to start my own recovery process. I have to say that when you have these kind of problems in your life, I know it's very difficult to overcome them, but it's not impossible. And as I said previously, the first thing you need to do is to talk to someone, because you are not alone. There are so many people having these kind of problems that you need to stand up for yourself and ask for help. And before telling you this story about me, today I want to talk mainly not only about self-esteem issues, but I want to talk about how beauty and fashion industries are having a negative impact on us regarding all these kind of things. As Mirna said previously, I was working in advertisement and marketing in London, so I can say that I know a little bit how all the advertisement industry works. And mainly what they want is to sell you a product. And today, as I say, I want to talk about the fashion and beauty industries because I think it's very important to understand the techniques they use because they make us feel insecure. And I'm going to explain this with a very easy example. Cellulite. All women, I will say like maybe 97% of women in this planet and also some men, we have cellulite. Cellulite is something normal, it's nothing grown, it's like, it's a part of our bodies. So why there are so many people having like this body image issues regarding cellulite? This is very easy. Imagine that you think that cellulite is normal. You have it, but you never thought about it. And suddenly you start you start seeing all the time a lot of advertisements saying you, okay, if you have cellulite, don't worry, we have this product. If you use it, you will get rid of cellulite and you are gonna be happy, you are gonna have a better life, you are gonna look hot, you are gonna look good. In this moment, they are making you think something like, okay, if I keep seeing this kind of ads about cellulite, maybe cellulite is something wrong. Maybe I have something wrong with my body. This is the same with wrinkles or with whatever. It's just an example. So once you keep seeing this kind of advertisements, you think, okay, so I have something wrong with my body. So they create an insecurity. Now you have the insecurity that your legs, for example, have cellulite, so you are not good enough. The next step is they tell you, okay, don't worry because we have this magical product. If you use it, you will get rid of cellulite. So at the same time, they are creating you an insecurity. They are creating you the need of buying their product. It's like, okay, I have this insecurity. I have the need to get rid of cellulite. So they are selling me a magical product, and if I use it, I'm gonna be perfect. So you have the insecurity, you have the need, and now you have the product. And it's in this moment when they sell you the product. If you use this, you will feel better, you will feel happier, and then you find yourself buying so many products to get rid of cellulite. And the funny thing is that these products normally they don't work. What they say is things like, okay, use it for 3 months and it will disappear. Sometimes if you don't use it for 3 months, you have to keep using it for 6 months and it will disappear. So it's like that all the time. So what are they doing? They are selling you products, they are getting your money out, and you are not getting rid of your cellulite, but what you are losing is your self-confidence and your self-esteem. This is why um, this is why it's very important that every time you see an advert about beauty, about fashion, you need to make sure that you understand the message behind the message, because apparently they are trying to make your life happier, they are trying to make your life better, but what they are doing is they are making you think that there is something wrong with you, with your body, with your personality, with whatever, to sell you a product. So remember, they create an insecurity, you have the need to get rid of this insecurity, and then they sell you the product. Couple of weeks ago, I was walking. I live in Madrid, and I was walking in Gran Via, which is the main street in Madrid. It's just in the center of the city, and I saw one ad. It was huge, like in the middle of Gran Via, and the photo in the woman in the ad, she was a very sexy girl. She was almost naked. She was wearing like very sexy clothes, and her face as well was like this, like photoshopped. Her face was like this, and they were selling you a product to get rid of wrinkles. And in the ad they said, use this cream and you will feel and you will be happier and prettier. The thing is that they are not selling you the product, they are selling you something completely fake, because imagine that you buy this cream, you're not going to look like the woman in the picture. Why not? Because she has been photoshopped. It's impossible that with one cream your face will be like without wrinkles. Wrinkles are normal. So what I'm telling you with this is that it's very important that you use your mind, use your brain in order to analyze all the things that that we read, that we see, whatever, because it's like normal nowadays to see this kind of ads and be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna buy this product, but we don't think about them, we don't analyze them, we just believe them. So it's very important that next time you go to a shopping mall, next time you're going to buy anything, that you analyze the message behind the message. I'm not saying that is grown like taking care of yourself, taking care of your health, doing exercise. No, that's perfectly fine. If it's what makes you happy, that's perfectly fine. All the time I say that it's very important. If you want to have a healthy life, if you want to have a healthy mind, it's very important that you take care of your body. How? Not eating junk food, drinking a lot of water, eating like green foods, but also you can have a pizza, you can have whatever you want to. Just don't become obsessed and fuel your body, because you are what you eat. The other thing I want to talk about today is that with this kind of messages that marketing companies, the beauty and industry companies are sending us, we are becoming more and more and more obsessed with body image. There is a big problem in our societies, and is that we live in a society with no values. What do I mean with this? What I mean is like they try to make us think that in order to be loved, as I said at the beginning, we need to look pretty, we need to be pretty, we need to be smart enough, we need to be tall enough, we need to be slim enough. No, that's bullshit. Sorry for the word. What they don't teach us is how to love ourselves from since we were kids. So this is why it's very important for parents to teach their children at home that it doesn't matter how you look like. It doesn't matter what body shape you have. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. It doesn't matter the size of your breast, the size of your bum. It doesn't matter. In order to be loved, you need to love yourself first. What you cannot teach a kid, you cannot say a kid, you have to love yourself, and then at home you are going to be all the time thinking about diets, thinking about how fat you look, thinking about how skinny you look, thinking about how you hate yourself. So it's very important that if we want to create change in this society, we need to teach our kids at home, because the thing is that I'm not only blaming fashion or beauty industries, I'm not blaming them, because for me, they are a reflection of us as a society. So if we keep seeing this kind of things, if we keep hearing this kind of things, it's because all of us somehow are contributing to this. So we need to start changing from within. I know maybe you have heard this so many times, but the real thing is that if you want to see different things outside you, you need to start changing yourself. You need to start changing from the inside. And it's very important for parents that you teach your kids self-esteem, self-confidence, self-acceptance, in order to have better lives, in order to create better human beings. Because right now we are living in a moment where all the we are living, how can I say this, we are obsessed with material gainings, we are obsessed with money, we are obsessed with body image, we are obsessed with our clothes, with our makeups, and we are forgetting the most important things, that we are human beings, we are here learning to live, we are here not to compete, we are here to love each other, we are here to help each other, not to create more hate. And that's what we are doing with this kind of message. So it's very important to be aware of all of these kind of things if we want society to slowly become to change. So another techniques this kind of industries use is the fear of rejection. What is fear of rejection? All of us, we are human beings. We want to be in a group. We want people to love us. We don't want to be alone. So this is normal. We are social animals. So they create this kind of advertisement messages telling us that if you don't achieve this goal, for example, like being pretty enough, being strong enough, or whatever, they send you this kind of messages to let you know that if you want to be loved, if you don't want to be rejected, you are going to you have to be in this type of stereotype. So that's something wrong. That's not real, because what is real is the relationships we have with our people, is our feelings, our emotions. And also I want to talk today about eating disorders, because maybe all this kind of advertisement, maybe they start like a game, but at the end of the day they can create serious problems. For example, couple of years ago, at least in Spain, a lot of women, they went to cosmetic surgery because they wanted to have bigger breasts. So they had implants. Now it was a fashion. It was a fashion. Now what's the fashion? Now girls have smaller boobs, and they have a bigger bump, and they have big lips. So now they go back to the surgery to remove their implants, to have a smaller breast, to have a bigger boob, to have big lips. What is going to happen in 5 years? What is going to happen in 2 years? This is changing all the time. Um, it's like a trend. You cannot base your inner value according to these beauty standards, because today maybe you look like the perfect girl, and tomorrow you won't be that perfect girl. So how are you gonna feel? It's the same. 1 century ago, curvy girls were very sexy. Now, skinny girls are sexy. Tomorrow, again, curvy girls will be sexy. It's the same with men. Before, it was like normal guys. Now, guys have to be like very strong. The same with the homosexual community. I have a lot of gay friends, and they always talk to me about this, and they always say to me that every time they go clubbing, every time they go outside, they try to socialize with other people, they have to be like this, like Hulk, and they have a lot of body image issues. And also they have eating disorder problems like anorexia, bulimia, body dysmorphia. But also I want to say that behind anorexia, behind bulimia, what is happening, what is real happening, is that we have emotional emptiness within us. So this is why it's very important that every time you feel bad about yourself, every time you feel that you are lonely, every time you feel that no one understands you, please try to find help, because this is very important. And normally people with this kind of problems uh, tend to think that they are different, that there is something wrong with them. And I used to think the same as well. When I had anorexia, I remember all my friends telling me, "You are so skinny, you are so slim, we don't like the way you look, we can't see your bones." And I remember all of this. Also, my ex-boyfriend, he used to tell me, "You look lovely, I love you, but you are losing so much weight. What is going on?" And in my head, for them it was like, again, for them it was like, okay, she's obsessed with food, she's obsessed with looking pretty, but this is like something silly she's doing. But they didn't understand me, and for me, I was feeling so lonely. I was feeling that no one understand me. I was feeling lonely, as I said before. I didn't know how to deal with my emotions. I didn't know what to do. That's why I was trying to control my weight. That's why I was trying to control food. And I was feeling so embarrassed because I didn't know how to heal myself. I didn't know what to do. I was I was screaming for help. No one was understanding me. No one noticed. No one knew anything. And I was feeling so bad because I had also the emotional sadness of my mother death. Plus, my father, he was in Madrid. I don't have any brothers or sisters. He didn't understand me, so I was in London. For me, it was like too much. And at the end of the day, what I did, it was asking for help. I went to a psychologist. I started doing a lot of personal work. I started reading so many books. I started talking to a lot of people. This is why I'm telling you that it's important that if you keep seeing this kind of advertisements like lose weight, go on a diet, please ignore them, because if you also have emotional problems, it's very easy to have a bigger problem in the long term. And another thing I want to tell you is that if you have social media, you have Instagram, if you have Facebook, please stop following certain people, because another problem I'm finding out talking to people is that, for example, a lot of girls, they tell me, okay, but look at this girl, she looks perfect, she has a lot of followers on Instagram, she's amazing, she's slim, all the boys want to be with her, look at her, I want to have her hair. This is fake. I don't remember her name. There was a model, she was 21, I think, and she was an Instagrammer, and she had so many followers. And one day she decided to quit. She closed her account, she closed her Facebook account, everything, and she, without makeup, crying. She was also screaming for help. She was saying that everything was fake. It's like, if you have 1,000 followers on Instagram, it doesn't mean anything. Don't believe all these photos you see. Don't believe all the messages you see. It's like a lot of people, they wish they had a better life, and they post they real life on Instagram, while the real life, I'm doing this because they are not posting the real life, they are posting the life they would like to have. So now it's like, you see, for example, a lot of models, the Kardashians, like, you see Instagram, you see their accounts, and it's like they have amazing lives, they have amazing bodies, they have everything is perfect for them, and don't believe that, because it's not real. It's like, right now I can put a lot of makeup on, I can do something with Photoshop, and I can post a picture of me like I'm in the beach, I'm very happy, and with all my friends, and maybe I'm here in my home alone, like I'm now right now. So it's very important as well that you stop following this kind of accounts, because it's not gonna help you in order to heal, in order to have more self-confidence, in order to have a better self-acceptance, self-esteem, a better body image. So I recommend you to stop following these accounts, and also to start following the body positive movement. If you have body image issues, I honestly, at least for 1 week, just try it. Follow this movement, because there you are gonna see real women. You are gonna see women with cellulite, men with cellulite as well, with stretch marks. You are gonna see real people. This is real life. So don't believe all the kind of things they you see, because also the models you see in the magazines, they don't even look like themselves, they are Photoshop, everything is fake. One of my friends, he was working in a magazine, in a beauty magazine, and I remember talking to him one day. He told me, Elisa, I don't understand this. They send us pictures of beautiful girls. He was saying me, they look so hot, and also we have to Photoshop them. It's like, this is unbelievable. So stop following these accounts, and start following more body positive accounts. Right now, I'm telling you different tools that help me healing during this process. Another thing I recommend you to do is to start doing something with your body. What do I mean with your body? I don't know if you know static dance. It's very popular in San Francisco, California, Florida, and also in Europe. It's getting more popular every day. Static dance is dancing through is meditation through the movement. Mainly, you start dancing maybe for 3 hours, and the only thing you have to do is to remain inside, to be quiet. You cannot speak. The main goal of this is disconnect our brain and connect with our emotional part, and connect with our bodies. We are so disconnected from our bodies. We are all the time in our mind thinking, I should be like this, I should be like that, I should look like this, I should look like that. And we don't even know that we are alive. We don't even know that we have a body. We don't even know that our body is the thanks to our body, we can do all the things we do. And thanks to your body, you are listening to me now. Thanks to your eyes, you are looking at me. Thanks to your legs, thanks to your arms, you can move, you can do so many different things. So it's important that you connect with your body and stop thinking too much, because, for example, so many people with this kind of body image issues, with this kind of anorexia, bulimia problems, the problem is that we are in our head too much. We don't know how to deal with our emotions, and we are thinking, and the way we use to numb our senses is like controlling food, um, or other reasons, drinking a lot of alcohol, lots of people taking drugs. So it's very important to stop thinking. And if, for example, if you don't like meditation, if you don't like doing quiet things, just use your body, move it. Another thing you can do is exercise. I remember one day one woman, she told me, how can you be talking about body positivity and saying that doing exercise is good? Doing exercise, if you go to the gym, I go to the gym because I like it. How can you do that? It's like you are saying this, but you are going to the gym. So in her head, that was something completely wrong. She was saying, okay, you are telling us to love ourselves, but then you go to the gym to lose weight. I said to her, I'm not going to the gym to lose weight. I used to go to the gym to lose weight 6 years ago. Now I go to the gym because I remember I go to the gym, I go swimming, you can go jogging, whatever you want to. Because I remember when after my mom died, I had depression and anxiety. And I remember doing exercise. It was the only thing that helped me in that moment. This is why I recommend everyone, if you don't want to meditate through movement, if you don't want to dance, just do any kind of exercise, even if it's walking 20 minutes every day. But exercise is gonna help you a lot. Exercise is gonna make you feel better. I remember I started doing exercise and I felt great. And I don't remember why I stopped it. This was like 2 years and a half, 3 years ago. Just straight away, I came from London, and I remember being in my living room, like being thinking all the time in my head too much. I was feeling bad. I was feeling sad. And I was thinking, I don't know what's going on. I'm afraid because I feel that I'm going to be depressed again. And suddenly I had this thought, like, go to do some exercise. I went to the gym. I went to spinning. I'm very hyperactive, so I need to do very active activities. And I went to spinning, and after that, my mind was like so different, and I felt so good that I remember the reasons why I was doing exercise, because it helps your mind, not also your body, but it helps your mind. Another thing is Another thing it's very important is that you eat consciously. I'm not saying that you need to go on a diet, and also if you are having body mass issues, I think that's the worst idea, because it's very easy. I used to think this way. Okay, now I'm fine. I'm going to be on a diet again, and I'm gonna be healthy. I became so obsessed with healthy foods. I didn't even want to go to have dinner or lunch with my friends, because I was thinking, okay, in restaurants, they are not going to give me healthy food. So how I'm going to do that? No, be careful with this, because it's very easy for people like me who have had this kind of problems. And because we tend to control everything, it's very easy for us to try to control something new again. So what I'm trying to say is that it's important that you give your body healthy foods. And by healthy, I mean like vegetables, I don't know, uh, anything you like, but being conscious. I mean, like, I'm not telling you to eat like salads every single day. I'm telling you to eat things that make your body feel good. For example, how do you feel after having like a big pizza? I have to tell that I love pizzas, and maybe every time, once every 15 days, every week, I have a medium pizza all for myself, and then I'm like this on the sofa. But for me, it's like food for my soul, not for my body. But after that, it's true that I feel very tired. I feel very exhausted. I don't feel good, because my body needs to process everything. It's junk food. That there is nothing wrong with having pizza. There is nothing wrong with having a coke. There is nothing wrong with having coffee. I love drinking coffee. What I'm saying is that make sure that you don't have this kind of foods every single day, because if one day you eat it, it's okay, but after you feel like tired. If you keep eating this every single day, you are giving poison to your body, so you are not gonna feel good. Compare this. Imagine that you have a pizza before doing exercise, or you are having like a green smoothie. I used to hate green smoothies. Now I love them. I love them. How do you feel? You feel much better, because pizzas normally they don't have vitamins, they don't have minerals. While a green smoothie with fruits, with vegetables, they have vitamins and minerals. And these are the things your body needs in order to have energy, in order to do a lot of activities, in order to function correctly. And also, if your body doesn't function correctly because you are giving your body all the time the wrong type of foods, all the time, not once in a while, that's perfectly fine. I'm the first one who does that, who do it, as I said before. Your brain and your mind is not going to function the same way it will function if you give it like healthy food. So be aware that it's very important to take care of your physical health, because it's going to affect also your mental health, and also to do exercise to feel better. Mirna, are you there? I don't know if Mirna can hear me.
Yes, of course. I'm right
Okay.
here.
I'm talking about so many different things and I'm mixing everything. So I don't know if you want to say something or not, because I'm talking, talking,
No, actually,
talking.
I'm enjoying the talk. I'm as much as everybody else. I was just and realizing now that you're talking about diet and about food, how interesting is that on one side we are being bombarded by food and the food industry. It's like if you're watching TV, for example, you're going to be getting a commercial about burgers or about ice cream or about sodas, but on the other end you're getting a commercial about cellulite or products to lose weight. So we're basically being presented with two very uh, distortioned ideas or opposite ideas, and it's easy for someone to find themselves kind of confused about it.
But look at this way. I think everything is planned in such a way that, for example, cellulite, if you eat like healthy food, probably I'm quite healthy and I have a lot of, well, I have cellulite. And imagine that you keep eating junky food, junky food, junky food. Obviously, your body is gonna reflect all of this in your cellulite with the scratch marks or whatever. This is perfect because if you have all this kind of body image, body flows, you are gonna it's gonna be easier for you to convince you to buy certain products. It's like if you're all the time eating junky food, you are gonna think, okay, I'm putting on weight, I have cellulite, I'm not feeling good with myself, and suddenly you start thinking all these ads about products to make you feel prettier, to make you look prettier. So it's gonna be much easier for you to engage with this kind of advertisement and buying the product. Does it make sense what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, it's amazing. It's like perfectly engineered. It's like the fish that bites its own tail, right?
Yeah.
You get fat, with what we are feeding you through your eyes, but then we want you to be slim and cute and pretty and their own type of pretty, of course, because we know now that pretty is absolutely everyone that feels pretty inside.
That's true. I remember I want to say one short story about what you just say. I remember when I was living in London, one day I had one date and I was wearing high heels, makeup. I don't like wearing too much makeup. I don't like wearing high heels, but I was like super cute, but I didn't feel secure in myself. And I remember walking in the street, I was feeling so insecure. No one talked to me, no one looked at me, and the date was a disaster. While another day, I went to a spinning class. And after that, I went walking to my house. I remember I was my hair. I had long hair. My hair is curly, and it was like this because my hair is like this if I don't brush it. And I was wearing a tracksuit, no makeup, but I was feeling so happy. I remember in 10 minutes walking to my home, two guys, they were like, "Hey babe, how are you? Pretty?" And I was like, and it's because of the your attitude. It's not what you look like, it's what you show to the people around you. It's what you have inside.
Yes, exactly. And as you were talking, I remembered this story, and it just came to my mind. It was I learned about it probably 20 something years ago. I'm not going to say how old I am, but more than 20, probably 20 something. Yeah. And it was this story about a deer. You know, a deer, like an antelope that, como un venado, like
Okay.
a deer.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
and it was this story about the deer who was so proud of his antlers,
Mhm.
and he was so sad about his feet, his paws. I don't even know, hoofs. Those are hoofs, like the feet of the deer. He said that they were so skinny and so weak, and he didn't like them, but he was super proud of the antlers. And one day there was a hunter, and he wanted to run, and his feet was what allowed him to, run fast and escape. But at a certain point, the antlers got stuck on a tree. And of course, he was hunted and he was eaten. And the moral of the story was the fact that sometimes what you are more ashamed of is not necessarily what is going to save you at a certain point.
Yes, that's true. I like that.
You made me reminded. I'm happy about it. I still have memories.
Now I will tell this story next time I talk to
Yeah.
someone.
Continue, because you are the main character here.
Okay, mainly this is what I wanted to say. I know I've mixed everything, but the thing is that I have like all the things right in here. But when I start talking about this kind of things, it's like something pop up, another thing, another thing, another thing, and at the end of the day, I
I
mix
know.
everything.
That's exactly how we live. It's like having hundreds of tabs open at the same time, right?
I know. It's
And
another.
yes, thank you. We want to thank you for sharing this information with us, for sharing your time. You woke up super early today to be with us, and that it's
It's
something that,
3:30, 40 a.m. now.
yeah,
3:40
yeah,
a.m.
it's the worries of a globalized world.
Yes.
So before going to the Q&A section, besides thanking you for giving us your time, we want to remind our audience that Mindalia TV is a non-profit organization, and our mission is just to share or help raise the level of consciousness around the world. With that, you can help us actually by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, leaving us a positive comment down below, or even sending this video to someone that you know that it's going to take good advantage of the content we share today, or in any other of our videos. You can also participate if you feel that you want to say something, if your story is interesting, or you have something that you think that it's going to make a difference in someone's life. Feel free to reach us. You're going to find the link in our channel. We're going to be happy to hear what you want to say. Elisa, we're going to start with the Q&A. So you're going to be
Okay.
hearing my voice, but you won't
Mm-hmm.
see me. I'm going to be
Okay.
right here, okay? And starting, we have the first question. How can we spot or find out if someone we love is going through an eating disorder?
I was talking to Mirna about this previously. It can be difficult because today it's very easy to hide all these kind of things. I remember when I had anorexia and bulimia, no one knew. What you can do maybe is trying to talk to this person, trying to talk about all the things she or he is worried about, and mainly try to look if there is something different in the way they look, if they are slimmer, thinner, if maybe they are obsessed with going more to the gym, maybe they are obsessed with beauty, with makeup, with these kind of things. But I think that because, for example, one of my friends, she had a nephew. They didn't know the parents, both of them. They are doctors, and they didn't know that her daughter was having anorexia. So it can be a little bit difficult, but not impossible. So what I just said, I will recommend you to try to find out if something in the routine of this person has changed, if she or he is behaving different, if you can see something different, like in their outlook, appearance, or just having a conversation with this person. I don't know if you are open to talk to this person or not, but maybe trying to talk about him or about her, about these kind of things, maybe talking to him about maybe like saying that you are worried because you know someone who is having these problems, and asking him or her like these little questions to try to find out. Because the thing with a person who is living with an eating disorder problem is that they know perfectly how to hide that. So you need to open your eyes a lot. You need to be aware of so many things. You need to focus on trying to focus on the things she's doing, and trying to find out if you find something different in their behavior in order to try to find out. Also, you can talk to their friends, because normally when we have these problems, we don't talk to our family, but some of our friends, maybe they are our confidants. So maybe you can try to talk to people who are close to this person.
Thank you so much, Elisa. And we go to the next question. It says, how can we kindly have a friend seek for professional help if we are scared they may be going through an eating disorder?
That's a good question. What I will say is sit down and talk to that person, because when you cannot convince anyone to do something if they don't want to do it. You cannot change other, and you cannot make other to do something, as you say, that they don't want to. But I think it's very important that this is a close friend of you. Sit down with this person and talk to this person, express to this person how you feel, because when you open yourself up to the other person and you express your emotions, your real emotions, your fears, your worries, you are giving the other person a space to do the same with you and to trust you. I remember one of my friends. I used to, for me, it was very difficult to talk to people, to open up myself. And these friends, he started to open up himself to me so much that now he's like he's like a member of my family. So what I'm saying with this is just be honest with this person. Don't be afraid to show this person how you feel. Don't be afraid to show this person how much you love him, you love her, and trying to open up to him, to her. So I think you can, maybe she will, or he will open up to yourself as well.
Thank you, Elisa. Next question. I think little girls' beauty pageants are wrong. What do you think about it? Are those kids being taught the wrong thing?
I think, what do you mean with the question? I think that you are talking about how girls are saying to be a certain way.
Yeah, the beauty pageants, it's what they say, los concursos de belleza de
Oof.
niñas pequeñas.
I think, in from my point of view, I think that's something that we shouldn't be doing, because you are sending these kind of girls. I've watched a lot of documentaries about these kind of things. I think we are sending this Skype, these little girls, the message that they can achieve anything in life only with the way they look. They can achieve anything if they look pretty. Okay, maybe this is gonna help them until they are 30, 40 years old, but when they are like maybe 50, over 50, because now it's like it's like something really really bad to age, and aging is something normal. It's normal. We are human beings with age. It's age we have is different, it's pretty. But now it's like, if you have wrinkles, you have to start using creams when you are 30, when you are 40, when you are 50, wow, or 60 or 70 or 80. So I think it's very important to, if one little girl is going to go to this kind of to this kind of things, it's very important also to teach these girls how to love themselves from from other perspectives, because what you are teaching them is what I said before, is that they can achieve anything only because of beauty, and they are going to project all their happiness or their self-esteem or their self-value on their physical appearance. And imagine that one of these girls, when she's 20, when she's 30, or when she has a health problem, she has a body issue, maybe, I don't know, whatever, how are they gonna feel? So I think it's very dangerous to do these kind of things. In my opinion, I don't like them.
Thank you so much. Completely agree with you.
Yeah.
And let's see. Next one. Why is it that our most close relative can't see the deep problems we are going through? Why can't they see?
Because they are human beings, and if we don't talk to them about the things that are making us feeling bad, how they are gonna know? This is a very good question. I remember when I was living in London, in my last eating disorder episode, I remember my father, he was there with me, and I was having dinner with him, then I was going to the bathroom, I was vomiting in the bathroom, and he didn't even notice it. He doesn't know. We don't know what the other person is feeling. We don't know what the other person is going through. we don't talk to that person. So if you don't express the other person how you feel, maybe they just don't know how to help you, maybe because they have like a belief system different to yours. Maybe they are not even aware that you are having a problem. In my case with my father, for example, he didn't even know, because for him I was happy, because when he was with me, I was smiling, and he doesn't know how to ask me if I'm okay. He doesn't know. He has different ways to show these things. So I think it's simply because they don't know. They don't know. So you have to go to them and try to talk to them. And if they don't understand you, try to find another person. There are so many people going through the same problems you are going through, that they will help you. They will. You just have to find your tribe, your tribu, tribe, Mirna, right?
Yes, tribe. You said it
Okay.
right. Next question. Let's see. I don't understand what body dysmorphia is. Can you please explain?
Body dysmorphia is, for example, that you have an obsession with a part of your body. Imagine that I have my nose. You can see it like this. It's a little bit long, but it's okay. Okay. So imagine that I don't see a normal nose. I see a huge nose, and I become obsessed with that, forgetting all the rest of my body. So this is body dysmorphia. You become obsessed with a small part of your body or with a big part of your body, and it's an obsession. It's like obsessive OCD. You just become obsessed with this part of your body. You hate it. You hate it. You hate it, and you forget about the rest of the things. You forget that you have an amazing personality, that your face is good, that your nose is nice for the type of shapes for the size and the shape of your face, etc. This is body dysmorphia, and it's very dangerous, because in the worst cases, a lot of people, they go to surgeries, cosmetic surgery, because they don't like this part of this body, and they go to surgery. Then they don't like another one. They become obsessed, and they project all the insecurities in this part, and they. So it's very dangerous. It's an obsession. It's an kind of OCD, but with your body image.
Thank you, Elisa. Next question. How can I feel comfortable wearing a swimsuit at the beach during summer? I feel horrible even wearing shorts.
This is the typical question now in Spain. Is summer as well, and a lot of people is asking me this kind of things. The first things you need to do is to change your belief systems. I'm gonna explain you how. A belief is a thought we think is real. For example, my body is ugly. Imagine this case. You have two options. One woman told me this, and she was telling me, I'm fat. And there was another girl with the same body shape that this woman, and she was like, I'm not fat, I'm curvy. So why two women with the same body shape, one of them hates her body and one of them loves her body? It's because of our belief systems. As I said, if you think that something is real, that is a belief. So what you have to do in this case is gonna take you time. I'm not gonna tell you that doing this tomorrow you are gonna love your body, because it's not like that. It's not like that. These things takes a lot of time. You need to take a small step slowly, and you will achieve it in the long run. But what you have to do is take a pen and a paper and write beliefs, all the beliefs you have about your body. For example, my body is ugly. I don't like my body because of this. I don't feel comfy in a bikini because of this. Explain all the beliefs you have, all the reasons why. Then next you have to write another column and write down, okay, how does this belief is making me feel? How does it make you feel? It makes me feel angry, it makes me feel sad, it makes me feel disgust, whatever. Then you need to write down another column, and here you need to write beliefs that are going to empowering you. But for example, this is, for example, something that works for you. You cannot say, I hate my body, this makes me feel sad, and then I love my body. No, because you don't love your body. So if you write down, I love my body, you are not going to believe it. You have to write down things that are going to help you. For example, okay, maybe right now I don't like the way my body looks, but I like that my body allows me to walk. I like that my body allows me to feel whatever. Try to change these beliefs. And then write another column, writing down how these new beliefs are making you believe. They are making me are making you feel, sorry, they are making me feel more positive. They are making me feel more secure about myself. And also, after doing this, I recommend you to write down another list. I always say that writing down is very important, because maybe you are talking and you say a couple of things, but when you write down, a lot of things are going to come up. So write down actions that you are going to take in order to feel good with your body. What do you need? What do you need to feel good with your body? First, ask yourself honestly this question: what do I need in order to feel good with my body? And then, okay, I need to do this. Okay, what actions I'm going to take in order to achieve the things that are going to make me feel good in my body? And then take action. You have to take action. It's not only saying things or thinking things. You have to think them, write them down, and do them.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think I was writing, but
I
I was
love that.
already doing the homework. Well, next question. What is the difference between anorexia and bulimia?
Okay, with anorexia, you just don't want to eat. You reject food. You want to. You become obsessed that you look at yourself in the mirror and you said yourself that, like a fat person, you don't like it. Maybe you are in your bones, and you just stop eating, or you don't want to eat at all. With bulimia, is the same thing, but on the other side. You hate yourself. You don't like your body. Maybe you are slim. Maybe you are not slim. You eat a lot, and then you vomit it. So that's the difference. With anorexia, you normally don't vomit because you don't normally eat. With bulimia, you have so much anxiety that sometimes you keep eating, and then you vomit it. Or you take pills, laxant pills, and these kind of things. They are the same coin with different sides.
Okay, thank you. And someone can have both at the same time?
Yes, I remember in my last episode, I started with anorexia and finished with bulimia. So
Okay, thank you. Next question. I'm scared of my friend. I'm scared my friend will be offended if I told her I think she has a body image issue. I don't want to lose her friendship. Should I just be quiet and don't tell her anything, or should I approach her?
from my point of view, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but from my point of view, I think you can talk to your friend in so many different things. Instead of saying her, for example, you have a body image issue, maybe you can go and talk to her and say to her, I'm worried about you. I think you worry too much about this. I love you. I think you are pretty. I think you are amazing. If there is something you need to talk to about, I'm here for you. Maybe you can approach her this way. And also, what I think is that good friends are not only there for good moments. If good friends are the ones who also tells you like the most difficult things in life. If someone really loves you, they are gonna try to help you. And sometimes, imagine that you are doing something wrong all the time. If I think you are doing something wrong because you are doing something wrong, who is damaging others, for example, if I don't tell you because I don't want to lose your friendship or because I don't want to hurt your feelings, maybe I'm not being a good friend. It's my point of view. I'm not saying this is like all of us will have to be like this, but if I tell you, look, you are behaving in this way, I'm not happy with this, no one is happy with this, I think you are doing it in the wrong way, that's also a friend. A friend is not there only to tell you all the good things about you. A friend is also going to be is there also to tell you the things that you are doing wrong because they try to help you. So I think maybe you can try to approach her in the way you think is the best way to approach her, and don't be afraid of losing her because if our friendship is real, I think this is not gonna end the friendship just because of this. It's you just love her, you or love him, you are worried about this person and you are trying to help, you are trying to do your best.
Thank you, Elisa. Next question. It says, can you recommend a website with information about it or a good book?
Yes. Embrace. Can you give me 1 second? I want to show you the book. I have it here.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna show you because it's my favorite one. Give me just 1 second. I'm back. This woman, Mirna, can you see me?
Yes. Well, I think I have you
Okay.
frozen a little bit the image, but I hear you.
Now,
Okay.
Embrace, can you see it?
Yes.
By Taryn Bramfit. This woman, she's a mother of 3 kids, and she overcome her body hate. When she had her kids, her body changed so much, and she hates her body. And now she learned how to embrace her body, and she's helping a lot of people around the world. So this is the book Embrace by Taryn Bramfit, and she also has a DVD, Embrace, and she talks about body image issues. This is my favorite book. I recommend it.
Thank you so
And
much,
also,
Elisa.
sorry, and also following on Instagram if you have Instagram Body Positive or Body Positivity. There are so many inspirational women and men doing these kind of things as well.
Thank you, Elisa. And we are almost at the end of the Q&A section. And so we have this question. What are the long-term consequences of eating disorders?
It can have serious health problems, not only self-esteem problems, but it can you can die from an eating disorder if you. Yes, this is the wrong thing that, sorry, this is one of the worst things that if you don't control them, if you continue all your life with them, at some point you can die because your body will stop functioning. And another reasons, you can have not only depression, anxiety, you can have órganos internos, Mirna,
Yeah,
organs, right?
internal organs, yes.
Internal organs dysfunctions. You can have bones problems. You can have hair loss. You can have teeth loss. You can have so many mental and physical issues. And the worst case is death, because there are so many people every year who died because of eating disorders. Couple of months ago, one guy he suicide because of body dysmorphia. So that's why I always say, please talk to people, even if you don't want to talk to your friends, talk to a psychologist, but talk to someone and ask for help.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Elisa, for sharing with us. This is very, very valuable information, and I'm pretty sure that it can change someone's life. And before finishing, we want to remind our audience we are a nonprofit organization. We are just here to help raise the level of consciousness in the world. And you can help us just by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, leaving us a positive comment down below. Or even if you have something you want to share, if you want to say something, contact us. And Elisa, before leaving, we want you to please give a couple words.
Okay, first of all, I want to say thank you. And second, I hope you understand me, my English, because I was very nervous at the beginning and a little bit tired, so I know I speak too fast. But I want to thank you, Mindalia, for giving me this opportunity to share this message to the world. I think it's very important that not only me do this. I think it's very important that all of us try to to talk about these kind of things. If you have some friends, as some of you ask, have friends with these kind of problems, I think it's very important that you talk to them, that you express how you feel, that you show them that they are not alone, that you show them that you are not alone, that you are not weak for asking for help. It's the opposite. You are too strong because you are carrying so much and so many things with you, within you, that you just need to ask for help. And also, I want to say to all the people who are struggling with eating disorders or body dysmorphia that please don't let this consume you. Learn the lesson from this. When I was having these problems, I was thinking that my life was over, and now I can see all the things I can do for others thanks to all these experiences I had. So don't lose your hope, and that's it. Thank you, Mirna.
Thank you so much. One more time for waking up super early to be with us today, for sharing your story, for turning what happened to you and all you lived through into something positive that can help so many, girls and boys and adults that are going through who knows what. And you are doing a great mission, and we are honored to have you here today. To our audience, again, thank you for being with us. Thank you for sharing this time. And until next episode and next evening. Bye bye.
Bye, Mirna.